Hello and welcome to Change Management Made Easy, a video series providing best practice advice for getting change management right. This is brought to you by Change Proud, a change management training and resources platform. In this episode, we're going to be helping you understand how to write a change plan. So firstly, let's just talk about the difference between a change strategy and plan, because you may hear both these terms and get fairly confused, as most people do. Do bear in mind these can be used interchangeably. So some people will be talking about their change strategy. When you go into it, it's actually got lots of detail and it's very much a plan, and vice versa. Don't get too hung up on it. Depending on the type of change you're implementing, the scale and size of your business, you may not always need both. But I would advise that if you're doing anything that's quite large-scale transformational change, it is important to separate the two, and the two will bring value. So we'll just talk through the two here. So your change strategy should really be a prerequisite for your plan. So you need to have this scoped out first. And it's really giving you the overarching approach that you're going to take. Those big phases of activity that you think you're going to need to go through in order to deliver the change. We're talking approximate time frames here, so phases, months or quarters. We're not talking about week by week activity. You can't know that yet. You want to be calling out how you're going to be doing the change. So what's the approach in terms of, are you going to need training, communications? What form is that going to need to take? What are those phases going to look like? Also calling out some of the key risks and dependencies, and potentially your kind of governance structure around your team, etc. So that's really what your change strategy is doing, and it's then informing the rest of the activity that will help you to get into the detail of your change plan. So your change plan is then really looking at the detail week by week, detailed activity, different milestones, work streams, owners of each activity. It's a trackable plan, so it's something you're going to be able to share with stakeholders that you're going to continue to update and work against as you go through your change program. The key thing to call out is, for most change initiatives, you shouldn't really be able to write your change plan in detail, so you can scope some of it out but not the detail, until you've done your change impact assessment. And have a look at the other video, the other episode we have that focuses on how you do a change impact assessment, because it's that impact assessment that ultimately helps you understand in the real weeds what you're going to be changing, what you need to do, which different parts of the business and populations are impacted, and what your change response is going to be to manage them through the change. So if you think about the 4 areas of our Change Proud change management framework here, so these: create the vision, assess the impact, transform behavior, and sustain performance. This could be a helpful structure or framework to use when thinking about writing your change plan. So ultimately your plan wants to cover these 4 aspects broadly. So covering what that change vision will be, articulating what success looks like, articulating the outcomes of your change program, then moving into how you're going to go through understanding the impact, the stakeholder assessment activity, when you'll be doing that, what the outcomes of that are likely to be, and then moving into the real detail of executing your change program, which will have, different communications and when they might be going out, if that's what you need, how you're going to run your training needs analysis, if that's what you need, and any training and knowledge, skills transfer, etc., that you might be needing to deliver. And then also looking at how you're going to do managing your KPIs, tracking KPIs, and ultimately reviewing the effectiveness of your change activity. So broadly, have these in mind when you're thinking about how you articulate what your plan is going to be for executing the change. And then just looking at a quick high-level version here of a plan. Your change plan really would be an Excel or Microsoft project. It's going to need to be at that level of detail usually, but it's always helpful to have a plan on a page as well. So just calling out those swim lanes that we spoke about with time along the top, so that you can really engage key stakeholders in when different things are going to be happening, and you can see the dependencies across work streams of when different activity will be happening. If you found this video useful, for more easy to use and accessible change management training, resources and templates, please visit Change Proud. Thank you for watching.